Hey, beautiful people, welcome to this week's Whisper from the Divine. Don't try to control life. We are living in a tower moment. Just take a minute and feel into the powerful imagery within the Tower Tarot cards. Yet, we come here for this. We were born into these times for good reason. It is not by chance. It is not random. It is by design. Yet, when everything is crumbling, rupturing, falling apart and falling over, rather than trying to control life, take care of yourself. Nourish it, fill it up, surround it in a soothing balm. Anchor the safety, the solidity, the grounding within yourself. Now, this is something I shared some time back, but it feels as if it has a deeper thread running through it. As if there is more to the message now than there was. Surround it in a soothing balm. Anchor the safety, the solidity, the grounding within yourself, which cannot be replaced with anything outside of yourself. After all, when we trust ourselves and we trust in our inner compass, our ability to respond to life, so much shifts. And as one of my wonderful mentors recently said, Bridget, she said, there is a lot up in the world, and this isn't a prediction. It's an objective perspective from looking out into the global landscape and the momentum of the world at this time. There will be more and more coming. There will be more and more coming. And I feel this about this winter especially. It's the nature of this time in history. And as Bridget says, it is of our current reality and this incarnation that we are experiencing and co-creating together. You know, we have a combination of events that are coming together that absolutely could tip everything over, disrupt so much of our everyday lives. And if we look out into the world in real time, we are seeing that. I am hearing the most incredible stories, heartbreaking, surreal, overcoming stories from the good, courageous, humble folk of the people out in North Carolina. I have dear clients and people that have family out in that area, and the stories that are coming through, you know, we are seeing that kind of absolute collapse in real time. And now in this moment, even as I share this, we are seeing and hearing, you know, the evacuation of over 5 million people out in the state of Florida. Over 5 million people. Almost that feels really hard to comprehend. And the amount of logistics that is being used to go into that. And, you know, Mother Nature unleashing that level of power. You know, we are living in a time that so much disruption is happening. You know, there is a combination of things coming together in the world that could absolutely disrupt so much of our everyday lives, you know, supply chains buckling. Now, here's the thing: fear moves, yet wisdom leads. And I think wisdom is about looking at the greater picture, you know, seeing the wider picture, and also leaning into it rather than looking away. And my approach in these times is to tend to myself and my immediate world, my close family, friends and community, and all those that I work with utmost care and devotion. And as a good friend recently said to me, is that, you know, we come at it from a place of not just our cup half full, but our cup overflowing. And to do that, we fill ourselves up first and foremost. And I've had some most wonderful people over the years really anchor that in me. I am really giving by nature. Service is what I am about. And they have nurtured that rooting within myself of, you know, filling up and absolutely letting that overflow. And that is where we can really lead and we can really serve, you know, and then we can, you know, tend to those around us and the immediate world, family and friends and community, and all those that we work with uttermost care and devotion. You know, I spent the new moon eclipse like clearing and deep cleaning the house as I do each autumn, and nurturing it back into a home after a huge summer, transitioning it for winter. You know, Spirit are whispering, now is the time to get our houses in order. And when I kind of feel into that, reminds me of an experience I had one morning waking up many years back now, waking up and feeling this presence there in the doorway, and the words that washed over me were along these lines of, in this lifetime you have touched many lives, you have grown many things, but now it's time to grow a garden. Then the whole chain of coincidences that led me to that place, and that was absolutely life-changing. But the point was, and the point is, it felt like an instruction rather than an invitation. And the same with when I heard it is now time to get our houses in order, it felt like an instruction and a nudge. And as Bridget says, it is literal as far as tending to the space. It also includes everything around it, you know, your well-being, your inner state, your health, your finances, which is a huge challenge in these times. You know, there is that old saying that earn a dollar yet need two, yet there are many things we can do to tend to that, to tend to our responsibilities, the harmony of your family, your loved ones, your friends, not in a surfacey kind of way or an overly nice kind of way, but with real intimacy and real connection with yourself, your body and others around you. You know, now I feel, you know, we each are kind of responsible to lead ourselves, to do our best to fulfill our roles and even our purpose, and to uplift those that we care about and our communities, you know, leaving people in a better place than where we find them. Another dear friend says that so often. You know, if everybody did that and they, you know, kind of worked with that, it would make a massive collective impact. You know, I also believe really deeply that this is a lived principle, that this lived principle is one of the keys for navigating in these times. ensuring the home front remains healthy and balanced, while also striving for a life that is full. It's in our homes where the revolutionary act of peace begins. It's also our sanctuary space, our hearth to retreat to when the outside world is chaotic and falling apart and coming to light. As Spirit said some time back, the light is coming for you. You know, which is why I feel this deep nudge to prepare and root my space, to anchor into it. You know, which is what our ancestors would have done going back. They would have prepared themselves for the winter ahead, to be able to winter it out. And I feel that this is what is being asked of us at this time, to be able to be prepared, to be able to hold the space as things crumble around us. To me, this is a clear and grounding aim, and not said lightly. As always, food for thought. And I feel that, you know, we are being invited to find the courage to stop, a deep stop, blood and bone deep, as we move into this winter, to let ourselves crumble and come back to ourselves, to rest deeply in self, to recover, to meet you, to meet the truth of who you are and what is real, and to caretake your home as a sanctuary and as a refuge and as an anchor. You know, we never change things by fighting the existing reality. To change something, we build a whole new world and a model that makes the existing model so obsolete. And we do that from the ground up. We do that by knowing who we are and what we stand for. We do that by nourishing and nurturing that home as a sanctuary and as a place of refuge and as an anchor. And cultivating peace in our homes is such a revolutionary act in these times. And it's a revolutionary act of where peace begins. As always, sending you all so much love. Keep shining until next time.